What's up everybody, I'm Jesse Showalter and welcome back to the channel. It's 2019, Happy New Year! I took a little time off, I slowed things down for the holidays and the new year, but I'm back now, full force, and I'm excited to see you. Last year was super awesome, this year's gonna be even better, and in 2019 I'm planning on designing the flying car. Stick around for that. Because it's a new year, I figured I'd make a video about my 2019 goals, the things I want to pursue and accomplish, things I learned from last year and how I'm going to implement them into this year, and what you can expect from the channel coming up. So with all that being said, let's make some New Year's resolutions that we will absolutely not hold to by next week. All right, before we get started, let's do a quick recap of 2018. Lessons learned, goals accomplished, hard things that I came up against, and how I'm gonna apply those to this year. One of the biggest changes is that my family and I relocated from Honolulu, Hawaii, where we lived for 15 years, to Austin, Texas. We're closer to family, it's a little bit cheaper and simpler to live, and we're just enjoying like a new season, new scenery, new lifestyle. I was recording an entire vlog about driving across country when we landed in California and then drove to Texas, but we got robbed in Albuquerque, New Mexico and lost everything that we owned. So I did not do that vlog, but I ended up putting a few things on my Instagram stories, and I'll put some photos up here so you can take part in the heartache of being robbed. Another big thing that happened this year was this channel grew exponentially. It was super humbling to see. At the start of the year, I had 10,000 subscribers and I was like mind blown. Like that was a personal goal and consistency and hard work for me. And I was able to reach it. And then by the end of the year, I'm almost at 50,000 subscribers. So that's just such a big deal to me. I've gotten so much encouragement and constructive feedback through the comments and emails and online and stuff. And so it's just been a big growing point for me. A lesson in hard work and consistency and helping others and meeting deadlines. So that's just been like a really humbling and cool and awesome thing to watch the channel grow, to see the things that you guys say. I super appreciate you. Another cool thing that happened in 2018 was I got to speak at my first local meetup here in Austin, Texas. It was geared towards nonprofits and I had the opportunity to speak on branding and online strategy for growing their presence and being more effective. Speaking at meetups and conferences is really, really fun and awesome. I got to meet a lot of cool people and I hope to do more of it in 2019. 2018 also marked my transition from working full-time for my company to working remote. I love the company I work for. The people are great. I believe in the product that we create. With that came the challenges of learning how to become a remote worker. I did a whole video on that. I'll link it up here somewhere, but I've learned a lot about myself and my work style and my work ethic by becoming a remote worker. So 2018 was cool for that. I'm gonna continue that into 2019 because I dig my company and I just love what we're doing. I'm gonna keep on doing it. Okay, let's talk about 2019 goals. I feel like it's important to have goals, and I try to usually break them up into some general goals and then some more specific things that I want to accomplish throughout the year. The first goal that I have in general is to do less, take on less, but be more effective in the things that I am committed to. I want to learn how to say no even more. I need to stop saying yes, and I can do this, and I can do this. And I want to start learning how to say no, I can either do this or I can do this, and no, I can't do that. So one of those things is I've always kind of done freelance projects on the side, stuff for friends or family or maybe a client that I'm just really, really excited about working with. I'm gonna do much less of that, either less or none of that in 2019 so that I can focus on some of the other goals that I have. I feel like that's gonna help me be more productive and more effective in those specific goals that I'm gonna mention later. The next generic goal I have is just to meet more awesome people on and offline. Whether that's me going to meetups or speaking at conferences or just meeting people online and starting genuine friendships with them, that's just like a personal goal I have this year because I'm an extrovert, I feed off that kind of thing, and it can be hard to go without it. The next personal goal I have is to be a more balanced person between life and work and family, just to continue to try to find that correct balance. You never find it and then just stay with it because life is always changing. You always have to change with it and fluctuate with the circumstances. So I just want to be a balanced person. I want to be a healthy person. And so I'm going to be, again, trying to do less and focus more on the things that really matter. Next thing is I want to be a more prepared person. I feel like a lot of times I'm making YouTube videos the week that I intend to publish them, or I am on really tight deadlines. I want to try to, whether it's in work or my kids' birthdays or YouTube videos, get ahead of the schedule and be planning things way before they happen. I just feel like it's gonna give me a lot more peace and clarity, less stress, anxiety, and just be a little bit more on top of life in general. Okay, let's move on to more specific goals. These are things that I want to accomplish this year that have a specific task or end result and I want to get them done in 2019. All right, the first very specific goal that I want to accomplish this year is to finish building out my office/studio space. This office that I'm in right now is an upstairs living room, and so my kids and people are constantly walking up and down and through here, and it can be a little bit distracting. It's also hard to schedule content that I want to make, and if creativity strikes, I need to have a distraction-free zone that I can go to, and I don't really have that here. So rather than go out and try to find some sort of office space, I had a perfectly good shed that wasn't being used in the backyard. It's about 200 square feet, and at the end of 2018, in December, my wife and I decided to start tearing the whole thing down and building it back up again. So that's what we did. So far, we've brought the whole thing down to the studs, down to the frame. We've built the whole thing back up. We've put a new floor in, new exterior, new roof, new door, everything on the outside. And we're almost done with that. Then we're gonna be moving into the inside. The goal is to have this project finished by the end of January, beginning of February, so it can be in there just pumping out content nonstop. All right, next goal is a YouTube specific goal, and it is to create more series and more quality content. I really enjoyed doing the few series that I did last year. I think I did one on SaaS, I did another one on designing and coding a responsive landing page from start to finish, and that was just really, really fun because I got to follow a thought like all the way through, like a process from start to finish, and I want to do more of that. It was really, really satisfying, and I got to engage with a lot of you during that process so much more. And so you can expect more of that from me in 2019, and I would love to hear your thoughts and your ideas on what kind of series you'd like, so leave those down in the comments. The next really specific goal that I have is not a YouTube goal, but it is a design and development focused goal. So many people have written in asking for advice and feedback and critique and one-on-one mentorship time that I just don't have the bandwidth or the time to offer. And that really bums me out because I want to be as helpful as possible. So my goal is that by the end of Q1, I will launch a community for designers and developers where they can come and grow in their skill set and in their confidence levels, ask questions, get feedback, get critique, have access to premium content and other designers who can help them grow. And so I can't say too much more about it, but if you're interested, make sure to sign up for my newsletter below because I'm gonna be launching that really, really soon and sending out announcements for it. So check that out. All right, the last goal that I have is very specific. It's a personal goal, and I'm even a little apprehensive to share it because it lets everybody know what a nerd I am. So, if you didn't know, I'm super into board games. I play board games all the time, and not like Monopoly and Parcheesi, but like really complex, like strategy games, the kind of games you'd find at comic book stores. Like you walk in, you're like, whoa, what is that? What are they playing? I like those kind of games. I like them so much, I started designing my own board game about 1.5 years or 2 ago. It's been through dozens of iterations, and now I'm at a point where I'm actually playtesting my game a little bit, and the development is coming along. So my hope is in 2019 to actually publish my first board game. It's the kind of game that has lots of little like components and plastic pieces. It has cards with complex text on them, and I'm even designing some different like player boards and kind of aesthetic pieces for the game. So not only am I designing how the game works, but I'm trying to design how the game looks. I'm trying to do the whole thing from start to finish. So wish me luck in this endeavor because I've been working on it for years, and I'm hoping that I get it done in 2019. Well, that's it. Those are my 2019 goals. I feel good, but a little bit mixed on them because in one area of my life, I'm going to be reining back on things like less client work, less freelance work, less hectic projects, no more me doing 20 things and trying to get them all done. Now it's like I have 3 or 4 things that I really, really want to do, and I have to just do lots of work on each of those things to accomplish them in the time frame that I've set for myself. So I feel like a lot of times I'm that hectic person. I don't want to be that anymore. I want to be more focused and streamlined on, a few individual things. I feel like it's going to allow me to be more healthy, more balanced, more, have more clarity and less anxiety. So I'm excited about 2019. I hope you guys are too, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I do lots of videos about design, development, goals, all this kind of stuff, so maybe stick around. If you have any questions or you want to tell me about your goals for 2019, leave those down in the comments. I'll get back to them ASAP. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I hope you're designing amazing things. I hope you're making amazing things. And I hope you're setting the bar high for your goals in 2019. I'll see you in the next one.